Sitio Maligaya, shrouded, mist-kissed, whispers. Tala found comfort in the loom's rhythm, weaving gently, until the whispers began to change. It started subtly, a barely perceptible shift in the night air, a faint, almost melodic scratching sound from beneath her nipa hut. Not the familiar rustle of rats or the chirping of crickets. It was rhythmic, deliberate, like claws dragging across dry earth. She'd dismiss it as the wind playing tricks, or her imagination, but the sound persisted, a low hum beneath the floorboards, just at the edge of hearing. Then came the dreams. Not nightmares, not exactly, but vivid, unsettling visions of flight. She'd soar over the moonlit rice paddies, her body weightless, a strange, exhilarating hunger coiling in her gut. She'd wake up disoriented, her mouth dry, a faint, metallic taste lingering on her tongue, like old copper. The first disappearance was a neighbor's prized fighting cock, its coop meticulously secured, yet empty by dawn. Then, a litter of newborn puppies vanished without a trace. The villagers, usually quick to blame wild dogs or opportunistic thieves, exchanged uneasy glances. There were no tracks, no struggle, just an eerie void where life had been. Tala felt a prickle of unease, a cold sensation that wasn't entirely fear, but something akin to recognition. She found herself drawn to the edge of the forest at dusk, a strange, almost magnetic pull. Her stomach would churn, not with hunger for food, but for something she couldn't name, something primal and raw. She'd fight it, clenching her fists, forcing herself back towards the flickering lamplight of her home, but the craving would gnaw at her, a persistent, unsettling ache. One morning, she woke to find a small, perfectly clean bone fragment on her windowsill. It was too delicate for a dog, too smooth for a wild animal. It looked almost polished. A chill snaked down her spine. She remembered the dreams, the metallic taste, the inexplicable pull towards the darkness. She tried to dismiss it, but the bone felt heavy in her palm, a silent accusation. The village elder, Alingnena, a woman whose eyes held the wisdom of generations, began to speak in hushed tones about the Aswang, the shape-shifting creature of folklore that preyed on the unsuspecting. Tala had always dismissed such tales as superstitions, but now a seed of doubt, cold and sharp, began to sprout in her mind. The disappearances escalated, not just livestock now, but pets. A child's beloved cat, a family's loyal dog. The patterns were chillingly consistent. No struggle, no blood, just an empty space and a lingering sense of dread. Whispers grew louder, fueled by fear and suspicion. Villagers started barricading their homes, lighting bonfires at night, their faces etched with terror. Tala found herself avoiding mirrors. When she did catch her reflection, she'd sometimes see a fleeting distortion, her eyes seeming to glow with an unnatural luminescence, her mouth appearing wider, a predatory curve to her lips that vanished as quickly as it appeared. She'd blink, shake her head, convinced it was just exhaustion, the flickering lamplight playing tricks. One night, the hunger became unbearable. It wasn't a physical pang, but a deep, resonant thrumming in her bones, a primal urge that threatened to consume her. She found herself standing by her window, gazing at the moon, her body trembling. Her reflection in the dark glass showed a gaunt, almost feral face. She saw her tongue, long and thin, almost unnaturally so, darting out to moisten her lips. A gasp caught in her throat. This wasn't her. Or was it? She tied herself to her bedpost with a thick rope, a desperate attempt to contain whatever darkness was stirring within her. She fought against sleep, but exhaustion eventually claimed her. When she woke, the rope lay neatly coiled on the floor, untied. Her feet were caked with fresh earth, and the metallic taste in her mouth was stronger than ever. A small, dark stain, like dried blood, marred the hem of her nightdress. Panic-sized hair. She stumbled out of her hut, her heart pounding against her ribs. The village was quiet, too quiet. she saw a group of men gathered near the communal well, their faces grim. One of them held a small, lifeless piglet. Its skin was intact, but its belly was sunken, its eyes vacant. "It's the Aswang," a man whispered, his voice trembling. "It drains them from within." Tala felt a cold sweat break out on her forehead. She knew, with a sickening certainty, that she had been out last night. She didn't remember, but her body did. The earth on her feet, the taste, the untied rope, it all pointed to an undeniable truth. She sought out ailing Nina, her mind a whirlwind of terror and denial. The elder listened patiently, her ancient eyes never leaving Tala. When Tala finished, her voice hoarse with unshed tears, Nina simply nodded. "The blood runs deep, child. Deeper than you know." She spoke of an ancient lineage, a curse that manifested in certain families, a hunger that could not be sated by human food. She revealed that Tala's own grandmother, a woman Tala had only known as a frail, kind soul, had carried the same burden. "There is a ritual," ailing Nina said, her voice barely above a whisper. "A way to understand, to control, but it is not for the faint of heart. It will show you what you are, and what you must become." The ritual was to take place under the blood moon, a rare celestial event that bathed the village in an eerie crimson glow. Tala, desperate for answers, for control, agreed. Nina led her to a secluded cave, hidden deep within the forest, a place whispered to be the dwelling of ancient spirits. Inside, symbols were carved into the rock, glowing faintly in the torchlight. Nina prepared a concoction of herbs and roots, its scent acrid and earthy. Tala drank it, her throat burning, her vision blurring. She felt a searing pain spread through her body, her bones twisting, her muscles coiling. Her skin felt stretched, then loose, then something else entirely. She screamed, a sound that was not entirely human, as her body contorted, elongating, her senses sharpening to an unbearable degree. She felt her jaw unhinge, her tongue extend, a preternatural instrument of sensation. Her eyes, she knew, were no longer human. They burned with an inner fire, seeing the world in shades of heat and life force. The pain was excruciating, but beneath it, a strange power surged, a terrifying clarity. This wasn't a cure. This was an awakening. Nina, her face impassive, watched as Tala arrived, her form shifting between human and something monstrous, something ancient. "The blood of the Manananggal," Nina intoned, her voice echoing in the cave. "A protector, a guardian, but a monster nonetheless." Tala's mind reeled. Manananggal, a type of Aswang, yes, but one that could sever its upper torso from its lower body, flying with bat-like wings, its entrails dangling, a creature of pure horror. But Nina's words were clear. A protector. Tala, through the haze of transformation, understood. Her lineage was not merely cursed with a destructive hunger, but with a primal duty. The ritual wasn't to rid her of the Aswang, but to fully unleash it, to harness its power for a specific purpose. Her family had been the silent guardians of Sitio Maligaya for generations, preying not on the innocent, but on other times, evils that lurked in the shadows, the true malevolent spirits, the destructive Aswangs who forgot their ancient pacts, the darker entities drawn to the village's spiritual energy. The transformation subsided, leaving Tala exhausted but profoundly changed. She felt the power thrumming beneath her skin, a constant, terrifying companion. Her human form was still hers, but it was a thin veil over something else entirely. She could feel the pulse of the forest, the fear of the village, and the faint, distant presence of something truly malevolent approaching. It was another Aswang, a traditional one, drawn by the recent disappearances, seeking to exploit the fear and chaos. Tala knew what she had to do. That night, as the blood moon cast long crimson shadows, the village slept fitfully. But Tala did not. She stood at the edge of the forest, her eyes, now truly her own, but with an ancient depth, scanning the darkness. A distant, guttural cry pierced the night. The other, Aswang, Tala, felt the familiar, terrifying shift begin. Her spine elongated, her skin tightened, her jaw unhinged. She felt the tearing sensation as her upper torso separated, her heart a drumbeat of monstrous power. Wings, leathery and vast, unfurled from her back, catching the blood-red moonlight. Her entrails, glowing faintly, trailed behind her, a grotesque banner of her true form. The hunger was there, yes, but now it was directed, focused, a weapon. She was a monster, but she was times their times monster. A guardian born of dread, a protector whose very existence was a chilling paradox. As she launched herself into the night, a silent, winged terror against a greater darkness. The villagers slept on, unaware of the monstrous pack that kept them safe, or the chilling price their protector paid each night. The scratching beneath the floorboards had stopped, replaced by the silent beat of monstrous wings, a new, terrifying rhythm in the heart of Sitio Maligaya. Remember, this is only a fictional story, and subscribe for more chilling tales.